morning tea. Coffee. Been using these sachet coffees. This is the supermarket brand one, the caramel latte. The vanilla latte is really nice too. Just quietly. Pop it in. I put a little bit of milk in mine. I'll just grab some milk. Just started realising how much Austrail gear I've got. I didn't actually realise how much I had. I bought this cooker the other day because I actually forgot mine. I was going somewhere and I thought it was in the car, but it wasn't. So I bought another one on the way because the other one was nearly had it anyway. I've had it for like 5 years, the other one. And it's still going. It's still fine. But I'm not going to hurt to update. So, and I've got the Austrail chair. I'll just turn this camera around so you can see the chair. It's called a Cascade 5, this one. Austrail. I think they're an Australian brand actually, but this is the second one of these I've had, and they're really comfortable. I find that if you're going out camping for a few days or a week or permanently, you really need a good chair. You really do. You can't just have those umbrella chairs there. I mean, they're fine overnight, or taking to a concert or a picnic or whatever, they're fine for that, but you need something that's comfortable and supports you much better than one of those do. Get into my coffee and might read my book for a little while, I think. I just want to show you how I carry my gear around. Well, a lot of my gear anyway. Now I've got these really cool canvas bags. They're really good, thick canvas, heavy duty zips. They're not the same brand. I sort of just, if I spot them and they're a good quality, I'll try and get them. Well, I think I've got enough now. But in this one, I keep my saucepans and a bit of kitchen gear. So now I know that you probably go to the camp store and buy your fancy compact camp kitchen stuff. But look, you don't have to, right? Yes, it's great to get the compact stuff that all folds up nice and neat, but like go to the second-hand shop and just grab a couple of pots. Heavy bases are good, but these are ones I just had at home, so I'm going to be cooking this. I wouldn't normally bring this one, but because my friends are coming, I thought a bigger pot would be handy. So, yeah, that's just an old pot and lid. Inside that, I've got 2 little Tupperware containers with lids, just for leftovers, or if you don't quite finish a packet of something. I had some nuts last night and I've got a few left, so I'll probably put them in this. So they're always handy. I've got a pop-up mixing bowl, very handy. Even if it's just me, I won't bring, this is another one, but I won't bring the big wash-up bowl. I'll just use this. But because, like I said, I've got a few of us coming, I've got that one. Bowl for my muesli. I've got, in the bottom of it, I won't pull it out, but in the bottom I've got a flexible cutting board, and it serves two uses because, yeah, it's a cutting board, but it also holds the bottom of the bag kind of firm, which is good. It's a flexible one, though. And then I've just got a few extra bits and bobs that I thought I might need. I've got a potato peeler, I've got a knife, I've got heavy duty scissors. I use them for everything, like cutting ropes, you know, all sorts of things. Little tongs and big tongs. And these, I don't know whether you've used these, but they just seal up bags and clip on. You can get them in all different sizes. And then at the bottom here under the pot, a couple of plates. They're plastic. That works. And then over on the cooker, I've got this little saucepan which has got water in it. But it's got little pouring lips on it. So I don't take a kettle, I just take that. And I can also boil eggs in it. It's just a good little size. Once again, it's just from my kitchen, but with the top and the handle, I've wrapped it in foil so I can grab it. And yeah, so that's another little handy one. I always take a cooler, always handy on a hot day, having a beer. Yeah, handy. Right, so that's that one. It's easy to pack it up, zip it up, and just, because it's sort of flexible, you can just slide it in your car somewhere. Now with this one, what I do with this one, same sort of thing, same little bag. Hasn't got the end handles because it's little. But I keep my toiletries in this one. Sunscreen, wipes, little shampoo bottles, my brush. What else? That's about it. I don't get too carried away with my I've got cream, face cream, and toothbrush, and you know, that sort of thing. Yeah. And then I've got another one, a smaller one that's in the car. It's this brand, little handle on the top, but it's smaller again. It's about half the size again. And in that one, I keep my cables, all sorts of cables. I've got cables for my little fan. I've got cables for the camera, cables for the microphones. I've got cables for everything. So it's a really handy little, they're really handy little bags to have. I showed you this earlier, which is the collapsible wash-up bowl. I mean, like I said, I only take it with me when there's a few of us going. Normally I don't have it, but in a situation like this, I have my water container. It's got a tap on it, and I can just get my water for my coffee or whatever I want water for. But I put it over the bowl so that anything that gets spilled, I can still use it to, boil it up again, or use it for wash up water or whatever. So that just sits over the top. On a situation like this, it's on the table and the bowl's on the chair, so it works really good, and it just falls straight into the bucket. And this is really light to just run down to the river and grab some water, and there's your washing up water. So that's easy peasy. You can heat it up if you want to in that big pot I've got. So yeah, what else have I got here? Oh, I've got this light. Okay. This isn't really a camp light, but it is solar. It's got a really good big solar panel on it, and lots of lights. And it's got 3 modes. So there's bright, there's the bright mode, there's the half mode, and there's sensor mode. So it's actually got a sensor there, so if someone walks by, it'll come on. So that's a good alert to have. or it'll scare animals away and stuff like that. If it comes on, it'll scare them away. So yeah, so that's been really good. I like that. I've actually got one in my garden at home as well. So I've got a station wagon. It's quite a big car. So there's lots of room for my bed. I usually have my head up that end, up near the driver's seat. That's my sleeping bag. It's really warm, but not too warm. Like, we don't get like minus 30 degrees here where I go camping, but you know, that'll look after me down to 5 degrees, say. So that's pretty good. My fridge, it's a King's brand, which are the cheaper brands here, but this one in particular I quite liked. I liked the idea of a drawer just for one person or two people. So in here I've got quite a bit of meat. I've got a few packs of meat, bacon, cheese, water bottle, a beer, carrots, a bit of fruit over the back. Down the bottom there's some sausages. I've got a big red cabbage here. A pre-made meal that I brought with me, so I'll probably have that tonight. And some butter. And in here I have all sorts of vegetables, actually. Got an avocado there. Yeah, so that's just suits me fine. That I think it's a 30 litre, which is pretty good. In the drawer, now this could be scary. In the drawer, it's a very big drawer. Actually, the downside with this drawer is that it doesn't. You can see my arm goes right in up to my elbow, and that's how more further it goes back. So it like goes right back to like here, there. So that's the downside of this drawer. But you know, I usually put the stuff at the back that I don't use very often. Refills of things and that sort of stuff, extra gas and whatnot. This is another one of those bags. So this has got more food in it. I'll just pull that out for a bit. So, what have I got in here? One-handed. Let's see if it works one-handed. No, it's not going to work one-handed. Yes, it is. So, what I've got in here is a lot of packet stuff in this one. So, more coffees, Ziploc bags, a few, like some pasta in sealed packs. Oh, that's flour. So rather than taking big packets, I just put a bit in there for what I need. Pasta, cooking oil, pesto. Oh, this is very important. This is my shaker. And if you don't know, you can make cocktails when you're on the road. And I don't do it all the time, but, you know, it's handy to have. They're just little jars and they all hook together. So I've got curry powder, mixed spice, and a mixture of salt and pepper in the bottom one. So they are really handy. Don't take up hardly any space. And really strong, you know, they tighten up really well. So they don't, nothing worse than having curry spilled everywhere. Where that light's on, that's my battery box. So I've got the fridge plugged into that, and then I can plug my phone in. I can plug anything I need charging into that. So it's actually easy to get out through the back door. So like, is it through here, and then they just plug in here. So yeah, that's pretty easy. Let's shut this up. That's a fan I've actually mentioned a few times. My sister gave it to me. It's actually like a desk fan, but it just plugs in It's got a USB thing just there. It's got a little stand, you can hold it yourself or you can sit it on the stand. And it's just enough to cool you down if you're sleeping in a tent or in the van. It doesn't go, like, I don't think it'd go all night, but usually just enough to get you to sleep when it's really sticky hot. So I quite like it. Yeah, thanks Jody. Then, oh, what else have I got in this drawer? Okay, I've got another little solar light, a couple of things of milk, solar light there, milk, the fan, wash up cloths. Oh, look at that, more toilet paper. Just a few tinned items, baby wipes, some, what's that, cling wrap. I think there's some foil in there somewhere, spray oil. Yeah, all that sort of thing. I've got a map in there, look at that. Pump, air pump. Another thing that needs to be plugged in, hence on my bag for my wires. I think that's what that one is actually. That's my little bag of wires that I was talking about before. Yeah, so this little compressor's good. I used that yesterday to pump up the swim ring, and it will inflate tyres, push bike tyres, car tyres. So that's been pretty handy, and it's not that big to carry around. So it just slides down in the side there. I've got another light, which I don't use very much, but when there's a few extra people, it's handy to have a bit of extra light. These are good, so that just plugs into the this end of it. So that'll either plug into my battery or it'll plug into the car while I'm driving along. And then this one, I've got another plug-in either end of it, and then in the middle it's got 3 USB points. So that's really handy too. And then I've got my fold-up solar panels there. So that's really good. And I've got a barbecue plate slid in there. Either get into the bed this way, or it's a bit dark in there, isn't it? Might not work. So in the backpack there, the Denali backpack is all my clothes. So that's handy. Down under the bed I've got a camp oven, my first aid kit, a little screen. Oh, look at that, another Austrail item. So that's the solid wall for a gazebo, like a 3-metre gazebo. But I use it on the side of my tent, I use it on the back of my car, I use it on the side for walls on my, the side awning on my car. It's really handy. This pack here, that's new. I haven't got a lot in that yet, but just a handy little thing. It's too dark in there, I'm sorry about that. In my front seat I have like a travel bag hanging up, so that's just got stuff that I might need when I'm driving along. In here I've got more food, just a bin with a lid on it, and it's got a flat lid so I can actually sit things on that while I'm driving along. I've got another box down there with food, and that's my like my little vanity bag, and yeah, a few drinks down the bottom there. So that's all, that's my setup in my car. Oh, I didn't show you this light. Hang on, I'll just show you this light here. So it's a bug light at the top and a, you know, like a proper light at the bottom with three phases of light. And then the purple, you probably can't see the purple. There's a purple light there that's a bug light. So that just hangs up at the back of my car all the time. Open or closed. Now as you can see on the window above me there, my back hatch. It is raining again. So I'm a little bit doubtful as to whether I'm going to have company this weekend because it doesn't look very pleasant. But anyway, that's all right. I don't mind having a few days to myself. That's okay too. Would have been fun for the girls to come. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see how... We'll see if they're... yeah, I'll know by about 5, 6 o'clock, I guess, if they're coming. Unless I go for a drive and ring them. I might even do that. I think I can get service about 15, 20 minutes away from the camp here, up on the mountain. There's a fire tower which is up quite high, and I got service there last time I was here, so I might go for a drive up there later and yeah, just see what they're up to. Who knows?